The next function is the encode function, and the command is ENCO. So pretty much what this function does, it's if you activate any of these contactors. Let's say if you activate this contactor, so that's on the position of 0, 1, 2, and 3. It represents the number 3. So therefore, the result is going to be stored as this 1, 1, 0, 0, and so on. Which 1, 1 in binary number represent in decimal number represent the number 3 in decimal. So therefore, M0 represents the source device to be encoded. That in this case M0, and the following bits after M0, depending on this on this value. But let me, before we get to this, the result device for storing the result is going to be stored here on D0, which is this one is D0. And we're going to use the last 3 digits of this value, which is this one: 1, 2, and 3. So with 3 binary digits, you can make up to 8 different combinations: 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So therefore, this instruction is going to check what's the binary number on any of those numbers between 0 and 7, and the result is going to be stored here as binary. So if I press this button, if I activate M5, which represent 5, then this one is going to be 1, 0, 1, which in decimal represent the number 5. So let's build this example in ISPsoft. Let me go ISPsoft, go program, and I'm going to delete this one, go offline, delete this one, and whenever I press X20, I'm going to encode, and I'm going to add the P for pulse. So this function is going to be executed just for one scan cycle of the PLC whenever I press the digital input. In my case, I'm using X20, because in X20 I have the button. Okay, so we're going to start encoding from M0. No, instead of using M, I'm going to start using my physical inputs, starting from X20, and we're going to store the result in D0, and we're going to do this for the next for 3 binary digits of D0, which we'll use all the way from in my case X20 all the way to X27. So those are the inputs that I have on my PLC. So let me hit OK. Let me double check that there's no errors. Okay, there's no error. So I'm going to switch this one. Instead of being X20, I'm going to use an internal contactor, M10, to activate it. So I'm going to activate it, and also I'm going to, instead of using the P as in pulse, for pulse, I'm going to use the regular, this one. So this function is going to get executed for every scan cycle of the PLC, as long as the M10 is being activated. So, and I'm going to use the physical inputs of my PLC to change the values here. So let me compile, there's no error. Then let me download everything to the PLC. Here, okay, I'm going to go online. Okay, so now I'm online. I'm going to set this on. So the encoder is being activated for every scan cycle. Okay, so let me go to monitor table and let me delete all. I'm going to start loading the monitor, all of my inputs all the way from X20 and then the following 8 digits. M20 and X21, those are my digital inputs of my PLC. And we said also that the result was going to be stored in D0. So I'm going to monitor D0 as well. D0 right now it's 0. Okay, so now all of my digital inputs are 0, therefore my value in D0 it's equals to 0. So I'm going to press right now X20. Press it, and that represents the number 0. Therefore, D0 is still equals to 0. I'm going to deselect, depress X20, and I'm going to press X21, which is 1. So I'm going to press it, and the value of D0 is equals to 1. I'm going to press X22. There you go, and equals 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And let me see what happens if I press both up at the same time. If I press a couple, okay. So in case that you press several inputs at the same time, it seems like the function gets the higher number. Let's say I press this one, and this one. The function gets the higher number. So D0 it's gets whatever that's the higher number of this. Whatever is the higher number gets the value of D0 gets the value of whatever the larger number here. But usually just it's only one digit at the time. But in case that you have multiple inputs at the same time, it gets the higher number.